You're a summoner? That's the weakest class in the world. The moment Lin Xiao awakened his class, everyone laughed at him. His rival called him trash. No team wanted him. No one believed he could clear a dungeon. Even a normal combat class was considered better than becoming a summoner. But they had no idea. Lin Xiao had awakened a unique S-tier talent. A talent so powerful that nobody else in the world could ever obtain it. Every single day, he gains a brand new S-rank talent. His first summon was just a tiny skeleton. Weak, pathetic, worthless. But after receiving an S-rank talent, it evolved into a terrifying Death Knight. A monster capable of slaughtering entire armies. Then his slime gained the power of endless evolution through devouring. His goblin became a master of legendary weapons. And that was only the beginning. While other people struggled to make one summon stronger, Lin Xiao gave countless S-rank talents to all of his summons. Every day they evolved. Every day they grew stronger. Every day they became more terrifying. Geniuses? Prodigies? Heroes? None of them could even defeat his weakest summon. Then the abyss descended upon the world. Demon gods appeared. Ancient monsters awakened. Even the gods themselves looked down upon humanity. But when humanity stood on the edge of extinction, one man stepped forward. Behind him stood an army powerful enough to shake heaven and earth. An army of death knights, ancient beasts, divine creatures, and beings powerful enough to rival gods. The world finally realized one terrifying truth. The strongest army was never an army. The strongest kingdom was never a kingdom. It was one summoner, and his summons. This is the story of Lin Xiao, the summoner who turned the weakest class into the strongest existence in the world. Week 1 8-hour video will be uploaded. All novels uploaded here are completed, so you will get a full story without searching or waiting. I have listened to the translated version on web, and there are no major problems with translation. If you want Chinese novel translated, give me the original name of the novel and I will respond to your request as soon as possible. Please make sure your request is on the latest video. If you hear this "u" sound in the novel, it means either question mark or some space is left, like getting materials or experience gained there more but not shown. If after a name is used and after there is silence, it means exclamation marks were used as in shock. I don't know if this will happen in recorded one, but it happened in web version. Chapter 127. Congratulations. You have leveled up to LV 30. As the boss was slain, a notification sounded in Lin Xiao's ears. Level 30. I can enter the Tower of Heaven now. Lin Xiao glanced at his stats panel before closing it. Leveling up 3 times in 7 days, this speed is quite good. Before exiting the dungeon, Lin Xiao opened all the treasure chests he had obtained. Only one piece of the Heavenly Disaster set is left. I hope I can get it. Lin Xiao had a hint of anticipation. Of the 4 pieces of the Heavenly Disaster set, Windwalk, Frost, Flame Strike, and Thunder Punishment, only one more was needed to activate the Heavenly Disaster set effect. Obtained: Strengthened Stone *50, Modification Stone *60, Forging Stone *20, Guardian Armor, Lightning Sword, Weapon, Flame Armor, Cold Aura, Skill, Heavenly Disaster Earthquake Shoulder Pad, Armor. Hearing the words, Heavenly Disaster, Lin Xiao's eyes lit up, and he excitedly exclaimed, I got it! The last piece of the 5-piece set. He quickly took out the equipment. Its effect was similar to the previous 4 pieces, causing an earthquake effect when attacking. Even if a single strike doesn't deal much damage, triggering these heavenly disasters will be enough to give the opponent a hard time. He couldn't wear it now, so he didn't know the specific effects of the set. However, even if he could wear it, he wouldn't use the Heavenly Disaster set as his main armor. After all, he had something even stronger. How much would this be worth if I sold it? It's an epic set after all. Lin Xiao was curious about the value of the epic set, although he had no intention of selling it. He put away the heavenly disaster earthquake shoulder pad. Forget it, I won't think about these things. I'll go back and rest, then go settle accounts with the god of destiny. During his time in the dungeon, he had been struck by lightning from the coin of destiny quite a few times. He had kept this matter in mind. Although the coin of destiny occasionally had some extraordinary effects, it mostly struck him with lightning, and the probabilities were simply not equal. Moreover, the effect of directly gaining one level only occurred that one time and never appeared again afterwards. It seemed like a deliberate sweet treat. He returned to the dungeon hall. Lin Xiao felt that it was much quieter here. The usual shouts of people looking for dungeon parties were much fewer. Although he was puzzled, Lin Xiao quickly dismissed it and returned to school. But upon arriving at the school, he found even fewer students, only a handful scattered around. Where did everyone go? Is it a collective holiday? Lin Xiao was confused. Returning to the temple dormitory, he saw Grandpa Nyo lying in a grand armchair. Just as he was about to ask, he saw Grandpa Nyo suddenly sit up. "Why are you here, kid? Did you escape from up there?" Grandpa Nyo was shocked to see Lin Xiao. "Escape what? I've been in dungeons these past few days and I just came out. What happened? Why are there so few people at school?" Seeing Grandpa Nyo's startled reaction, he became even more confused. Grandpa Nyo scrutinized Lin Xiao with suspicious eyes. "Are you really not an escapee? If you don't believe me, look at my level." Grandpa Nyo cast a detection skill, and upon seeing Lin Xiao's level, his eyes widened even more than cowbells. "Level 30. You're really working hard, you guy." He then explained, "There's a problem in the West. Most of the school students have gone to provide support. Half a month ago, a large-scale abyss dungeon suddenly appeared in the West. Many professionals went in to clear it, but they failed to repel the abyss, and several teams even died. Because of this, the abyss further deteriorated, causing nearby dungeons to also become abyssal. Afterward, the abyss expanded, leading to 1/3 of the western dungeons becoming abyssal, and a large number of abyss monsters escaped the dungeons, beginning to destroy human settlements. Hearing Grandpa Nyo's account, Lin Xiao finally understood what had happened. Lin Xiao, "Monster siege?" Grandpa Nyo nodded. "Yes, and it's a large-scale monster siege. This monster siege is the largest in history. Even some high-level, high-difficulty dungeons have become abyssal, with level 70 and even level 80 abyss monsters rampaging through the cities, causing immense destruction. Level 70 to 80 abyss monsters." Lin Xiao couldn't help but gasp upon hearing this. He was well aware of the power of abyss monsters. Then he thought of Nan Wansheng and asked, "What about the god of war? With the god of war there, these abyss monsters should be easily dealt with, right?" He didn't know how strong the god of war was, but someone who could beat up an archdemon and even an archduke of demons shouldn't have much difficulty dealing with level 70 or 80 abyss monsters. Grandpa Nyo shook his head. "No, the god of war is tied up. After the monster siege appeared in the West, 2 archdukes of demons gathered a large number of abyss monsters and blocked our country's border, eyeing us menacingly. If the god of war leaves, they will launch an attack, so the god of war can only stay there to deter them." Lin Xiao immediately understood. The 2 archdukes of demons were tying up the god of war, then letting other abyss monsters relentlessly attack the West. So, what's the situation in the West now? Lin Xiao asked. Grandpa Nyo shook his head. The situation is not optimistic. Many high-level professionals have died there. Just then, a voice came from the old radio. The Liangpa defense line has been captured by abyss monsters. Tens of thousands of people who could not be evacuated tragically fell victim to the abyss monsters. 5 professional teams have already rushed to the battlefield, hoping they can repel the abyss and rescue more people. I am war correspondent Su Bing, and I will continue to report on the battle. A moment of silence. Lin Xiao couldn't help but clench his fists. Tens of thousands of people were gone just like that. Just then, his phone rang. He took it out and saw that it was Nan Wanxing calling. He answered. Lin Xiao, are you all right? I can finally reach you. Now listen to me. Nan Wanxing's serious voice came through. Before Nan Wanxing could finish, Lin Xiao interrupted him. God of War, I already know the situation. I've been in dungeons these past few days and just came out, unaware that such a thing had happened. Nan Wanxing was silent for a second, then said, The situation in the West is very urgent. I need your help. Your mission is to cover the evacuation of the distressed people. The monsters in many low-level dungeons have scattered a lot of our forces. Although many schools and nomadic professionals have come to assist, it's still not enough. Lin Xiao nodded. I understand. I'll go now. The Tower of Heaven would have to wait until he returned. Arriving at the training ground, a gigantic teleportation array had been constructed there. Piles of supplies were stacked nearby, and occasionally wounded individuals would return through the teleportation array. Soldiers, students, nomadic professionals, and affected people were all present. The situation is not optimistic. Lin Xiao had read descriptions of monster sieges in books, but facing one personally was a very unpleasant experience. Chapter 128. Hold on. The front lines have received our message and will return to support us soon. Shi Guangyao, wielding a two-edged broadsword, cleaved the abyssal demon in front of him in half, getting splattered with blood. But he couldn't bother with that, quickly moving to the next target. We can't hold on, Company Commander Shi. More and more abyss monsters are appearing. I'm afraid the warriors from the front won't make it back in time. A scream echoed as a soldier of the mage class had half his body torn off, blood gushing out. Even if you can't, you must hold on for me, hold on with your lives. At least let everyone and all supplies here be transferred elsewhere. Think of the thousands of people behind you. As he spoke, 2 more abyss monsters died tragically under his two-edged broadsword, but he also took a claw strike to his back, blood gushing. The priest in the team quickly healed him. The abyss monsters weren't strong, but their numbers were overwhelming. And they were short-handed. Company Commander, the teleportation array is reacting. Our reinforcements have arrived, and the direction is... People from Zhongzhou. Shi Guangyao's eyes lit up upon hearing this. As he swung his two-edged broadsword, he let out a roar. Good! More people from Zhongzhou. That's truly excellent. The teleportation array glowed, and Lin Xiao stepped out from it. He looked around and found himself in a stadium. Then he heard the roars and growls of many abyss monsters, seemingly not far away. Lin Xiao frowned. Isn't this a transfer station? The abyss monsters have pushed to this extent. While he was puzzled, a soldier rushed over and quickly said, Thank you for your support. The situation is urgent, so I'll make a long story short. A wild dungeon suddenly appeared at the transfer station, and then the dungeon was abyssalized, causing abyss monsters to escape the dungeon and attack the stadium. Our frontline forces cannot return in time. Please lead your people to intercept the approaching abyss monsters and buy us time to evacuate. After the soldier briefly explained the situation, he noticed the teleportation array had stopped. His gaze froze, and he immediately realized something was wrong. Just you alone? His tone was filled with disbelief and shock. Lin Xiao nodded. Only me. My name is Lin Xiao. What? How can there be only one person? What are you doing here? Coming to die. Upon learning that there was truly only Lin Xiao, the hope in the soldier's eyes instantly turned to despair. He thought a miraculous reinforcement had arrived, but there was only one soldier. What could one person do? I'm here to help you, Lin Xiao said calmly, not bothering with further pleasantries with the soldier in front of him, and directly summoned the Death Knight, Slime, and others. Only one objective: clear out the nearby abyss monsters. Lin Xiao immediately gave orders to everyone. Suddenly seeing so many summoned beasts appear, the soldier was startled, then quickly reacted. Summoner, you are Lin Xiao. Ha! Lin Xiao looked at him in confusion. Hadn't he just introduced himself? Why was he still so shocked? But he still nodded. It's me, Summoner, Lin Xiao. You really are the Lin Xiao who won the final reward of the special training room. The soldier excitedly shook Lin Xiao's hand. Lin Xiao was a bit perplexed but still nodded. Yes, it's me. I've heard of your great name. You're truly amazing. The final reward of the special training room hasn't been taken for over 10 years. You're truly a young hero. Lin Xiao. His reputation had already spread to the west. However, considering that the special training room dungeon established by the God of War was nationwide, and he had taken the final reward from the dungeon, it wasn't surprising that he was famous among them. Boom! The battle outside intensified. The appearance of the Death Knight and others greatly reduced the pressure on the soldiers stationed there. Lin Xiao walked out of the stadium and saw the professionals fighting fiercely. Soldiers, officers, and other professionals. The precarious defense line was completely stabilized with the addition of the Death Knight and others. What strong summoned beasts! This Death Knight is even stronger than any Death Knight I've seen. Do we have such a powerful summoner here? Am I seeing things? Can you believe it? I just saw a slime cast a forbidden curse. A forbidden curse. I haven't even learned it yet. Shi Guangyao, fighting on the front line, felt the pressure ease. He stole a glance and saw several unknown summoned beasts helping them kill abyss monsters. Summoned beasts? Is the reinforcement a summoner? He was very confused. If he remembered correctly, they shouldn't have such a powerful summoner. But soon he thought of one person. You must be Company Commander Shi. I heard they said you were here. At this moment, a voice sounded behind Shi Guangyao. Shi Guangyao turned around and saw a young, handsome man walking towards him. It's me. And you are Lin Xiao. Shi Guangyao suddenly understood, revealing a smile. Indeed, it's you. Seeing these summoned beasts, I guessed it was you. Lin Xiao was puzzled. Does Company Commander Shi know me? No, but I know your great name. One could say, who in the army doesn't know your name? Lin Xiao. He seemed to have become famous in unexpected places. Lin Xiao didn't waste words and directly asked, I heard a wild abyss dungeon appeared nearby. Shi Guangyao. Yes, it was originally just an ordinary dungeon, but due to the abyss, it became abyssalized, which led to us being attacked by so many abyss monsters. But aren't we in the city? Dungeons can appear in cities too. Lin Xiao didn't understand. Shi Guangyao explained, it's because of the monster siege. After a monster siege occurs, the city no longer possesses its original attributes and becomes wild. Upon hearing this, Lin Xiao immediately understood. The nature of the city had changed. Simply put, the city at this moment was equivalent to a forest in the wild. Can directly clearing that dungeon stop abyss monsters from continuously appearing? Lin Xiao asked. He wasn't clear about this knowledge. Shi Guangyao nodded. Yes, at least it can ensure temporary safety here and buy us time to evacuate. This place is already exposed and will attract other abyss monsters to attack. Okay, I understand. I'll go clear that dungeon. Shi Guangyao was not surprised by Lin Xiao's idea and said, you can pick any people you want. No need. I can go by myself. Shi Guangyao was stunned. You alone? Can that work? Yes, I'm used to it. More people would be inconvenient instead. Lin Xiao called the nine-tailed demon fox, then asked Shi Guangyao, "Where's the dungeon?" Seeing the beauty of the nine-tailed demon fox, Shi Guangyao's gaze froze, deeply captivated. After 2 or 3 seconds, he quickly said, "Southwest at the Four Bridges River." "Okay, I know. Nine-tailed demon fox. Let's go." Seeing Lin Xiao and the nine-tailed demon fox leave, Shi Guangyao quickly called out to him, "You're only taking one summoned beast?" Lin Xiao pointed to the spirit holding the dice. "And the lucky spirit. The rest will stay to help you, so you won't have so much pressure." Chapter 129. The nine-tailed demon fox transformed into her fox form and rapidly carried Lin Xiao toward Siqiao River. Along the way, they saw countless collapsed houses, corpses, and abyss monsters feeding. The food was naturally humans. Is this what a monster siege looks like? Seeing the previously prosperous city now reduced to ruins, Lin Xiao felt a deep sense of unease. Screech! A piercing screech rang in his ears. An abyss monster shaped like a pterosaur noticed Lin Xiao's presence and immediately lunged at him. Lin Xiao glanced at it coldly. Seeking death, Foxfire was quickly released, instantly igniting the charging abyss monster, burning it to ashes in moments. But this action attracted the attention of more monsters. Lin Xiao patted the nine-tailed demon fox and said, "No need to get entangled with them. Just bypass them directly." Roar! Evil dragon roar. All the nearby abyss monsters were stunned, and the nine-tailed demon fox seized the opportunity to rush through. After passing through several areas, Lin Xiao saw the teleportation entrance to the dungeon. "As long as I smash the abyss pillar, there will be one less entrance leading here." Lin Xiao could not afford to stop, so he had the nine-tailed demon fox enter immediately. Successfully killed desert python, abyss. EXP plus 1200. Successfully killed desert fox, abyss. EXP plus 1200. Successfully killed desert python, abyss elite. EXP plus 2200. Ew. There weren't many monsters left since most had already run out, which made Lin Xiao's entry very easy. Has the boss left too? Good, that makes the destruction easier. Arriving at the location where the boss resided, an abyss pillar stood there, with monsters occasionally crawling out of the abyss. Nine-tailed. Before he could finish speaking, Lin Xiao saw the sky darken, and a fist, like a meteor, smashed down toward him. The nine-tailed demon fox reacted swiftly, her body moving like an afterimage, quickly darting several miles away. Magic stone statue, abyss boss. Level 15. Quality, common. Ew. Is it because it's too big and slow that it hasn't left yet? Nine-tailed demon fox. Whoosh. 27 streams of foxfire instantly killed the magic stone statue, melting it into a pool of lava. Bang! Then, with a sweep of her tail, she instantly shattered the abyss pillar. Congratulations on repelling the abyss. EXP plus 10,000. Abyss treasure chest *1. Congratulations on achieving the first clear of the dungeon. Stone of yellow sand. Reward obtained. EXP plus 20,000. Magic stone. Material. Rock armor. Armor. First clear treasure chest *2. Hearing the notification for the dungeon's first clear, Lin Xiao was stunned for a moment. This counts as a first clear? Not bad. Lin Xiao was very satisfied. After leaving the dungeon, he returned to the stadium. Seeing Lin Xiao return, Shi Guangyao quickly asked, "Are there many abyss monsters at the dungeon entrance? I'll send people to clear them now. You just need to focus on destroying the abyss pillars." Lin Xiao waved his hand, saying, "No need. I've already dealt with it. The rest of you just need to handle the nearby abyss monsters." Shi Guangyao's expression froze. It took him 2 or 3 seconds to react, and he asked in surprise, "Dealt with it? You repelled the abyss that quickly?" Amid his shock, he didn't forget to check his watch. "You were only gone for less than 20 minutes. Lin Xiao dismounted the nine-tailed demon fox, who then reverted to her human form. He explained, the dungeon itself wasn't very difficult, and all the monsters inside had run out, so it was naturally much easier. Do you have a map showing the distribution of the Abyss dungeons? Lin Xiao asked. To curb the continued advance of the Abyss monsters, one must enter the dungeons and smash the Abyss pillars. Otherwise, the Abyss pillars act as their jumping points, allowing them to appear at any time. Yes, but this map is 3 days old, so it might not be very accurate. Shi Guangyao immediately took out a map and handed it to Lin Xiao. He knew what Lin Xiao intended to do, and that this was the only way to greatly restrict the Abyss monsters. Lin Xiao took the map. It had markings in red, blue, yellow, black, and white. Seeing this, Shi Guangyao immediately explained, red marks dungeons below level 20, blue is level 30, yellow is level 40 to 50, and black is level 60, possibly even containing abyssal demons. Abyssal demons. Those are monsters starting at level 70 at least. White marks the location of survivors. Lin Xiao nodded, accepted the map, and then asked, how can the city characteristic be restored? Shi Guangyao gave a wry smile and shook his head. There's no way for now. It's only possible if all the Abyss monsters in Huangsha Killing City are cleared out, and all nearby Abyss dungeons are fully conquered. The conditions were stringent. A city is too large. Killing all the Abyss monsters inside is incredibly difficult, not to mention the wild Abyss dungeons that pop up occasionally. I will have my summoned beasts assist you in relocating to a safe place. Lin Xiao called over the savage mechanical ox and the goblin, instructing them to assist. Afterward, he called over the Death Knight, assigning him the task of clearing out the nearby Abyss monsters. There are a few red markings nearby. Doll, Spider Prince, you two go handle them. Be careful. If you encounter a level 40 Abyss monster, retreat immediately. Although the red markings indicated dungeons below level 20, no one could guarantee that a high-level Abyss monster wouldn't pass by. The two nodded and left. Lin Xiao glanced at the white marking, which was a large shopping mall. The situation there was very complicated. Jelly, you come with me. Die, you pieces of trash. A heavy hammer smashed down, crushing the Abyss monster along with the floor. Ah, big brother. Behind you. The little girl on his back cried out in alarm. The man dodged fiercely, but the attack pierced straight through his arm. Blood flowed freely, and his muscles struggled against the entanglement. Goo goo goo. It hurts, doesn't it? It hurts, right? You humans are so fragile, so foolish. A useless child lured you out. An Abyss monster shaped like a vine wriggled its body from behind a counter and slowly approached. Big brother, I'm sorry. XN made you get hurt. The little girl on his back saw the constantly bleeding wound and immediately burst into tears. It's just a small injury, nothing much. I'm an elite. How could an elite be defeated by a scratch like this? Hold tight, don't fall off. Wu Xiang said gently, trying to comfort the little girl. How ridiculous. The weak should be eliminated. Only the strong can survive. Having said that, the vine monster immediately attacked, countless vines blocking all of Wu Xiang's retreat routes. You motherf******. You think you're strong? I'm an elite. Killing you is as simple as stepping on an ant. Stop showing off in front of me. I hate show-offs the most. Thunderous, blazing, heavy strike. Chapter 130. Blood flowed. His clothes gradually stained red, and the weapon in his hand barely supported his bruised and battered body. Big brother. Big brother. Don't die, it's all Xian's fault. Xian harmed you. Xian, clinging to his back, cried out Wu Xiang's name, her tears falling on his back, bringing a touch of cold. Hee. Wu Xiang struggled to his feet. Big brother is an elite. How could I die so easily? Little sister, your voice is really pleasant. Say a few more words. Big brother loves to listen. Boom! A dark vine suddenly shot out from the ground. Wu Xiang reacted quickly and immediately dodged, but already injured in multiple places. Even with his reaction, his body was still a step too slow. A chunk of flesh was forcibly torn from his thigh, and his body was violently thrown towards the tempered glass railing in the distance. The glass quickly cracked and shattered. He fell from the 4th floor, making a dull thud. As he crashed into the tempered glass, he quickly hugged Xian, who was hiding on his back, into his arms. "I told you to go find people. Are you just entertaining yourself here? You stinky plant." A black panther slowly walked out from the clothing section, exuding dominance. As it exited the clothing section, it noticed the rotten giant rat whose head had been smashed. "You also killed a companion." The Black Panther's gaze immediately turned unfriendly. The Abyss Vine shrugged. "It's not my fault," it insisted on getting involved, and then its head was smashed. "Who can blame that?" The Black Panther ignored the other party's nonsense, walked to the edge, and saw the human on the 1st floor standing up again. "Quickly deal with him. The hyena has found the humans hiding here. He needs your vines to package them and take them away." With that, the Black Panther turned and left. "Package?" The Abyss Vine's face instantly darkened. "My abilities are not meant for such chores." Although he was very angry, he could only keep his rage to himself. No other reason, just because the hyena was stronger than him. The Abyss Vine jumped down, once again appearing before Wuxiang, with a hint of mockery. "The game should end. To last this long and even kill that disgusting rat, you're quite outstanding among humans." Wuxiang gave a tragic grin. "End? Yes, it's indeed time to end." Swoosh! The giant hammer in his hand slammed down, erupting with fire and lightning. The fire transformed into a lion, and the lightning into a giant bird. The Abyss Vine's expression changed. Even in this state, he still has such a move hidden. He felt powerful energy from the fiery lion and thunderbird before him. Is it strange? Which elite doesn't have 1 or 2 trump cards? Roar! Caw! The 2 elemental beasts roared, quickly pouncing towards the Abyss Vine. Thunder surrounded, sealing off the upper space. Flames raged, blocking all paths of retreat. "Damn it!" The Abyss Vine cursed, its roots wildly dancing, but facing the 2 elemental beasts. All its frenzied roots were completely destroyed. Fire and lightning intertwined, devouring everything. 2 bosses. When I go back, I should be considered an elite, right? If this is an elite, I'm really going to make a fuss. Wuxiang endured the pain and grinned. To kill 2 40-level Abyss bosses by himself was quite an achievement. Suddenly, a rotten vine shot out from the fire and lightning, piercing Wuxiang's chest, and his body began to rapidly decay. Big brother, big brother. Damn it! Wuxiang felt his life draining away, but he no longer had the strength to resist. He grabbed the rotten vine and forcibly broke it, giving a bitter smile. Still a bit short of being an elite. Amidst the intertwining fire and lightning, a rotten plant, dragging its incomplete body, walked out, its face filled with anger. "To beat me into this state, you truly deserve to die." Just as the Abyss Vine was about to finish off Wuxiang, a magnificent voice sounded. "Duong." Lush green, spring's radiance fully displayed. A grand hall gradually appeared in mid-air, and healing light descended, forcefully sustaining Wuxiang's fading life. "Forbidden curse, hall of healing." "Who?" The Abyss Vine roared, but what greeted it were 27 fox fires. Before it could react, it was killed. Lin Xiao, who had stolen a kill, quickly descended riding the 9-tailed demon fox. Seeing Wuxiang's severe injuries, he quickly took out a Remus aid to help him recover a large amount of blood. Wuxiang had closed his eyes, waiting for death, but the attack didn't fall, and his injuries were actually recovering. He opened his eyes to see the Abyss Vine burned to ashes. He was saved. Someone had arrived at the last moment. Wuxiang looked to see who had saved him, but when he saw Lin Xiao's face, he subconsciously blurted out, "Runaway captain." Lin Xiao's face instantly darkened. "I came to save you, and you don't even say thank you first, but directly call me runaway captain? I saved you for nothing. I should have come a step later." Wuxiang stood up, still defiant. "Without you, I could have handled it myself." He paused. Thank you. Lin Xiao didn't bother with this sharp-tongued fellow. He glanced at the girl in Wuxiang's arms, his tone carrying a hint of mockery. A single abyss boss got you into such a miserable state. You're too weak. Wuxiang instantly clenched his fists, about to retort, but Xian spoke first. No, Big Brother is very powerful. If it weren't for protecting Xian, if it weren't for a big rat ambushing him, he could fight 2 by himself. No, 10. 2 abyss bosses. No wonder he was beaten so badly. Are you the only 2 left in this mall? Are there others? Wuxiang appearing here clearly meant he came to save people. But why was he alone? Usually there would be a team. Could they all be dead? There are still 500 or 600 people hiding upstairs. But besides some scattered abyss monsters, there are 2 more abyss bosses in this mall. Their level is higher, you're not their match. Wuxiang briefly explained the situation. How high? Lin Xiao asked. Level 45. Hiss. That is indeed a bit high. He probably couldn't handle it with just the 9-tailed demon fox and slime. What about the others? Are you alone? I'm alone. Reckless. Lin Xiao was speechless. You dare to come here alone? Do you think you're a summoner? It's a pity you're not a priest. If you were a priest and could assist me, perhaps we could fight, but now... Wuxiang fell silent. Bosses strengthened by the abyss were extremely powerful, and their level was as high as 45. They could leave safely now, but the 500 or 600 people upstairs might not escape. Lin Xiao saw that Wuxiang didn't want to leave and still wanted to save people, so he asked, Do you have any ideas? Chapter 131. You go save the people. I'll draw these 2 bosses away. You? Lin Xiao looked at Wuxiang with suspicion. If he went, there were only 2 outcomes. Being killed by the abyss boss or being killed by the abyss boss. Or should you go instead? Captain? The final word, captain, was dripping with sarcasm. Actually, he was very unhappy that Lin Xiao was the captain. This guy's level was clearly lower than his own. So why was he the captain? And yet, this old man isn't even an elite. Damn it. No, Big Brother, you'll die. Xian held his large hand, telling him not to go. Wuxiang smiled slightly and rubbed her head. Your mother is still there. Are you going to abandon your mother? Xian immediately fell silent, unsure of what to do for a moment. Mom was just as important as Big Brother. What level are you now? Lin Xiao suddenly asked. Level 39. If you hadn't stolen that boss's experience, I would already be level 40. Lin Xiao sighed. Almost level 40, and you almost got killed fighting 2 level 40 bosses. No wonder you're not an elite. Wuxiang immediately exploded. Come. You're the captain. I'm the squad member. I dealt with 2 level 40 abyss bosses, so I'll leave the remaining 2 level 45 ones to you. Let me, this squad member who isn't even an elite, witness the captain's might. As he spoke, he even cleared a path and made a gesture of invitation. Master, he's so annoying. Should we beat him up? The lucky spirit beside him couldn't help but say. The 9-tailed demon fox also nodded. Her tail had stiffened, wanting to lash out directly. Lin Xiao said calmly, This guy is just a little mouthy, but he's a decent person. It's just not the time to hit him. You! It hardened. His fists hardened. Big Brother is really powerful. It was all that big rat's fault for ambushing him. Xian retorted. Wuxiang took a deep breath and adopted an indifferent attitude. Since the captain is so powerful, then the captain should go attract those 2 abyss bosses, and I, the squad member, will go save the people. The word captain was still emphasized. Lin Xiao stopped bickering with him and said, Stop wasting time with your passive-aggressive remarks here. There are still many victims, and we need to destroy the abyss pillar in the nearby dungeons. I'll leave 2 abyss bosses for you to handle. After you're done, immediately bring the people back to the stadium. It has already suffered 1 abyss monster attack and is preparing for evacuation. Just as Wuxiang was about to speak, he saw the items Lin Xiao traded over, and his eyes immediately widened. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 pieces of epic grade equipment. And a set. He was stunned. He had seen epic-grade equipment, but he had never seen a complete set of epic-grade equipment. This is for me? Wu Xiang didn't click confirm trade, but instead looked at Lin Xiao in disbelief. Lin Xiao smiled slightly. It's just a loan. Do you have the ability to kill those 2 abyss bosses and bring the people back? Yes. Absolutely 100% yes. Wu Xiang immediately confirmed the trade. After receiving the epic-grade equipment, he started dancing excitedly. Dad, from now on, you are my real dad. A full set of epic-grade equipment. I wouldn't even dare to dream of it. Ha ha ha. After this is resolved, I'm gonna find that pretentious guy with the dragon and show off. So what if he has a dragon? This old man has an epic set. Lin Xiao was speechless watching Wu Xiang's excitement. Look at how promising you are. It's just one set. I don't have a good son like you. Also, this is only a temporary loan. You must return it when you're done. Lin Xiao reminded him. The Heavenly Disaster set requires level 35 to wear, so he could only leave it aside for now. There were 2 level 45 abyss bosses here in the shopping mall. Although they could solve the problem by working together, it would take too much time, and it wasn't worth it. Therefore, he lent the Heavenly Disaster set to Wu Xiang. With the boost from the epic set, dealing with 2 level 45 abyss bosses shouldn't be a problem. After all, he was considered an old hand in the Dragon Flame Abyss squad, so his strength was definitely reliable. Don't worry, I'll definitely return it when I'm done. Oh. Every time he put on a piece, Wu Xiang couldn't help but let out a strange cry. Someone who didn't know might think he was about to mutate. After he finished changing, Lin Xiao asked, "What are the set effects?" Only after wearing it could he see the set effects. Wind, thunder, ice, fire, and earth attribute damage increased, and it can also strengthen the calamity ability of one of the pieces of equipment. It's too strong, as expected of an epic grade set. Compared to what I was wearing before, that was simply garbage. Humph. I am now a walking calamity. Wu Xiang felt like the wind was carrying his feet as he walked. Ding! Due to your generous gift, loan, of an epic set to the other party, you have obtained the achievement Generosity. Hearing the sound in his ear, Lin Xiao raised an eyebrow. I can get an achievement for this too. Generosity. When gifting, loaning, an item to the other party, you receive double the amount when they return it. This effect is pretty good. I can actually get double the items. This achievement is decent. It's not entirely useless. Captain, your squad member is fully equipped. Please give instructions. Wu Xiang stood ramrod straight, looking ready for inspection. The word captain was strong and powerful, no longer sour. Lin Xiao smiled. I still prefer your unruly look from just now. Take these with you. I'm leaving this place to you. Lin Xiao tossed him 3 Remus aid. Wu Xiang glanced at them and immediately cursed. Damn! Such powerful recovery effects. The captain truly is the captain. Hurry up and go. Lin Xiao sat on the 9-tailed demon fox, preparing to leave for the next location. As he was about to leave, Wu Xiang remembered something very important and quickly called out to him. Captain, I almost forgot to tell you something. It's about Jiang Ningxue. Ningxue? Lin Xiao raised an eyebrow and quickly asked, What happened to Ningxue? Given the situation in the West, she must have come here. And with her talent and ability, she might be on the front lines of the battlefield. Before I came here, I heard that the squad Jiang Ningxue was in had been scattered. Lin Xiao stared at him with wide eyes. Why didn't you say something so important sooner? I was too excited and forgot. Where is Ningxue's squad located? Southeast of the shopping mall. I'm not entirely sure of the exact location. Whoosh! After hearing the general direction, Lin Xiao didn't wait for Wu Xiang to finish speaking, and immediately rushed off with the 9-tailed demon fox and the others. Wu Xiang was shocked by the 9-tailed demon fox's speed. He then picked up Xian. Let's go. Xin. We're going to save your mother now. Xian nodded vigorously, but there was still a slight worry on her face. Maybe we should hide Xian. Xian will just be in Big Brother's way. Wuxiang grinned. No need. Now. Big Brother is terrifyingly strong. Chapter 132. After leaving the shopping mall, Lin Xiao determined the direction and immediately headed southeast. There are many buildings in the city, making it difficult for the nine-tailed demon fox to increase speed, especially since it's unclear whether Jiang Ningxue might be hiding inside one. She is a healer without combat power. If the team was scattered, encountering an abyss monster almost guarantees only one outcome: death. There will be no second outcome besides that. This is also why Lin Xiao was worried about her. I hope she can hide well, or find one or two teammates capable of fighting. Lin Xiao was extremely anxious, but after taking several deep breaths, he tried hard to calm himself down. He pulled out the coin of destiny, hesitated for 2 or 3 seconds, and then tossed it up. He decided to gamble. Gambling for a special effect that helps locate people. But fate played a trick on him. It landed on tails 3 times in a row, deducting 90% of his HP. When Lin Xiao wanted to toss the coin again, he received a notification that it couldn't be used, so he put the coin of destiny away with a dark expression. Useless thing. It's completely unreliable when needed. He recalled the days in the King's Ruins dungeon, where he was almost always struck by lightning, and the level-up effect he wanted never appeared again. Lin Xiao asked the slime beside him, "Do you have any skills like X-ray vision?" The slime had many spells. Previously, the talent magic apprentice allowed it to gain 1 spell a day, so many that he didn't even know what types of spells the slime possessed. Later, Magic Apprentice advanced into King of Forbidden Spells, and all spells turned into forbidden curses. If there was a spell for finding people, and it had also upgraded into a forbidden curse, they should be able to locate Jiang Ningxue quickly. Hearing Lin Xiao's words, the slime nodded, indicating that it did. He closed his eyes. Moments later, Lin Xiao felt a powerful gaze. Looking up, he saw a huge, adorable, yet silly eye appear high in the sky, looking down upon everything below. Oh! The huge eyeball in the sky startled Lin Xiao, but he quickly realized this was the slime's forbidden curse. Eye of Supervision. As the eye of supervision swept past, images also appeared in Lin Xiao's eyes. The vision could even penetrate buildings, revealing what was inside. Closing his eyes allowed him to see even more clearly. A good ability. Well done. Hearing Lin Xiao's praise, the huge eyeball in the sky showed a happy expression. Inside a high-rise building, Lin Xiao saw several survivors hiding in a room. Fortunately, there were no abyss monsters nearby. Lin Xiao wanted to rescue them, but after a moment of hesitation, he thought of a more suitable person. "Captain, what are your orders?" "Holy crap! This Black Panther of yours seems tired of living. My respected captain is looking for me, and you dare interrupt me." Immediately after, Lin Xiao heard the sounds of thunder and hurricane coming from the other end of the phone, along with the wailing of the Black Panther. 3 or 4 seconds later, Wuxiang's voice sounded again. "Captain, what are your orders?" "I'll send you the location in a moment. Go there and save the people." "Received. I guarantee the mission will be completed." Lin Xiao hung up without another word and immediately sent the coordinates of the location. Under the monster siege, he had no chance to participate in the frontline battle. The only thing he could do was rescue more people in the rear and clear out some lower-level abyss monsters. But the work in the rear was not easy either. He never knew what danger he might encounter at any moment. Just like now, boom! A massive foot capable of destroying a village with a single stomp landed. Its colossal body was 3 stories high, passing through the residential area as if walking through a forest. Houses were collapsed by its thick body, and some humans who hadn't managed to escape fell from the wreckage. Just as they were about to hit the ground, a huge hand swept past, grabbed the scattered humans, tucked them onto its waist, and continued moving forward. When Lin Xiao noticed this behemoth, he had already hidden, his heart pounding in his throat. War Demon, Abyss Boss. Level 50, Quality, Legend.
Constitution, 2.3 millions.
Strength, 90,000. Intelligence, 200. Agility, 231. Magic power. 3000. Spirit. 457. Talent. Will of War A. Skills. Slaughter. Eye of the Raging Owl. Practice Wrath. Reading the information on that behemoth, Lin Xiao's face turned green. Holy crap! A level 50 abyss boss. How could an abyss monster like this appear here? Where are our people? Level 50 is considered a high-level abyss monster, and it's a boss at that. Yet no one was stopping this abyss boss. It was moving around freely as if it had entered its own backyard, seemingly looking for small snacks. The humans tucked onto its waist were its small snacks. Lin Xiao saw over a dozen professionals and students from an unknown university tucked onto the war demon's waist. They were either unlucky or tried to stop this behemoth but failed, resulting in them becoming its small snacks. Lin Xiao observed for a moment and sighed in relief after confirming Jiang Ningxue wasn't among them. He then sent a message telling Wuxiang to be careful. After thinking about it, he also sent the message to Shi Guangyao, reminding him to be cautious. After all, the base at the stadium did not have the capability to fight this abyss boss. After doing all this, Lin Xiao took a detour and left. Since he couldn't beat it, he could only run. A level 50 abyss boss. A difference of 20 levels. Wait, 19 levels. If he reached level 40, perhaps he could try, but right now, he was helpless. Going up would just be serving himself up. Under the gaze of the Eye of Supervision, Lin Xiao sent the survivors' locations to Wuxiang, resolving any immediate dangers he encountered along the way.
Lucky.
Lin Xiao suddenly spoke. The lucky spirit immediately flew in front of Lin Xiao. Master, do you want to go back and clash with that big guy? Trust Lucky this time. I'm sure I can roll a great effect. A clash? Indeed, one clash and he would be gone. Besides, when has your luck ever been good? Lin Xiao rolled his eyes at her and said, I need you to set the dice faces. Seeing the war demon, he realized he needed to keep a trump card. If he encountered it by chance, he would at least have the power to resist. Hearing that the master wanted to set the dice faces, the lucky spirit's eyes immediately lit up, and she asked excitedly, What dice faces does master want? Ah? Is that really okay? Won't that be too risky? Just do it. I know what I'm doing. All right, since master requested it. The lucky spirit returned behind him. Just then, the slime delivered good news. Jiang Ningxue has been found. However, there was also bad news. She was found, but she was alone and had encountered an abyss monster. Chapter 133. Yes. Lin Xiao found Jiang Ningxue, who was currently surrounded by several abyss monsters. But he didn't go down to rescue her, because he saw Jiang Ningxue making a move, killing the attacking abyss monsters one by one. She's a healer, yet she has combat power? Lin Xiao was greatly shocked. No, anyone would be shocked. A healer actually has combat power, and she's even effortlessly killing abyss monsters. Ningxue, shocked as he was, Lin Xiao didn't wait for her to eliminate all the abyss monsters before going over. 27 foxfires struck, instantly burning these low-level abyss monsters to ashes. Jiang Ningxue was startled. Hearing the familiar voice, she quickly looked over and excitedly said, Lin Xiao, you're finally here. Where have you been all this time? She was very happy to see him, but also complained about his disappearance during this period, as she couldn't reach him at all. Lin Xiao scratched his nose sheepishly. I've been in a dungeon all this time. Only after coming out did I learn about such a big event happening in the West. So I rushed over. Your team was scattered? Although he had already heard the news from Wuxiang, he still wanted to confirm it. Yes. Jiang Ningxue nodded, a hint of sadness on her face as she recalled the scene from 3 days ago. 3 days ago, we encountered a very powerful big guy, a level 50 abyss boss. He was very strong. 2 attacks almost wiped out our entire team. A big guy, level 50 abyss boss. Lin Xiao immediately thought of the war demon he encountered on the way. So Ningxue had already fought him, and it was fortunate that she escaped. It's good that you're all right, Lin Xiao comforted. He then changed the subject, asking about the attack method she had just used. You mean the attack just now? It's because of dewdrop. Jiang Ningxue opened her palm, and a small green trinket floated out from it. It was full of vitality with a strong life aura. Lin Xiao looked surprised. This is the new S-rank talent I obtained from the talent divine stone, dewdrop. Jiang Ningxue proudly introduced her new talent to Lin Xiao. S-rank talent. He now also has 2 S-rank talents. Newly acquired talent? And it's S-rank. What kind of heaven-defying luck is this? I think I also got an S-rank talent from the talent divine stone, so it's fine. Jiang Ningxue continued to explain, dewdrop can store my healing amount, and then convert it into attack power at a certain ratio to deal damage to enemies. This converted attack can directly damage enemies, or it can be attached to weapons. Lin Xiao, that powerful? No wonder she was still calm when he found her, facing the abyss monsters. Of course. Jiang Ningxue proudly puffed out her chest. I'm now a healer with combat ability too. If I hadn't acquired a rare class, I think my priest might have become a berserker healer. A berserker healer, simply put, is a healer with combat power. And not weak either. Amazing. Lin Xiao gave her a thumbs up. Can dewdrop be imbued into other people's weapons? Of course it can. After all, it's a priest talent. It still has this much support ability, Jiang Ningxue said. Lin Xiao suddenly felt that the dewdrop talent and bountiful beings were a perfect match. One stores healing for damage, the other provides group healing. It couldn't be more satisfying. Just as Lin Xiao was about to leave with Jiang Ningxue, a notification sound suddenly rang out. Congratulations on clearing the dungeon. Dunes. Experience plus 70,000. Abyss treasure chest *2. Congratulations. Your level has increased to level 31. Lin Xiao. The sudden level up left him stunned. He's only been here for how long and already leveled up? The leveling speed is too fast. After sensing the locations of the Death Knight, Snow Girl Doll, and Spider Prince, he found them inside a dungeon, continuously killing abyss monsters. And his experience was slowly increasing. It can actually be played this way? Lin Xiao suddenly discovered a way to level up. Let his summoned beasts farm dungeons, and he just waits at home to level up. This method usually doesn't work because summoned beasts cannot enter dungeons alone, but abyssalized dungeons are different. With dungeons abyssalized, some of the original rules have changed. Monsters in the dungeon can enter and exit freely. Similarly, summoned beasts can too, just like that time at Wantian Mountain. I should have thought of it sooner, Lin Xiao mumbled. Of course, it might also be because of the appearance of the Darkborn Archdemon, which interfered with him, so he didn't notice it. His attention was all on the curse. Perhaps. The monster siege is a very good place for me to level up. Lin Xiao licked his lips, his eyes gleaming with excitement. Monster siege? Experience points are everywhere here. Lin Xiao, Lin Xiao. Jiang Ningxue called him several times before he snapped out of it. What's wrong? You suddenly zoned out. Lin Xiao smiled. Nothing. I just thought of something happy. Not continuing the topic, Lin Xiao said. Let's hurry back. Not long ago, the stronghold at the stadium was attacked by abyss monsters. When I came, I also saw the abyss boss you mentioned. He might also be heading towards the stadium. If we don't leave soon, we might not be able to. Jiang Ningxue was startled to hear that Lin Xiao had also encountered that abyss boss. Even after hearing that the stronghold needed to evacuate, she still shook her head. No, I found many people here. I can't leave them behind. I have to go rescue them. Lin Xiao, I understand your desire to save people, but where will you house the people you rescue? If they gather together, they will easily become targets for abyss monsters. Rescuing people, one can only do what they can. Moreover, this city has already become a battlefield. To survive, one can only rely on themselves. Jiang Ningxue looked at Lin Xiao. But all we can do now is save people. The front line is too terrifying. Lin Xiao raised an eyebrow. You've been to the front line? Yes, the principal seems to be there too. They can't spare hands to look after the rear. Jiang Ningxue paused and continued. On my way back, I saw many abyssal demons capturing humans. I don't know where they're taking them.
Capturing humans.
Lin Xiao raised an eyebrow. Abyss monsters killing people on sight is almost their instinct. Why would they capture humans? Could it be that there's too much food, and they're preparing to take some back to store for winter? A hellish joke. Just as Lin Xiao was pondering the deeper meaning, he suddenly felt a strong sense of oppression. Not far away, a gigantic figure appeared. Lin Xiao's pupils contracted.
Va demon.
Why did he suddenly turn back? And it looks like he's coming straight towards them. Chapter 134.
Boom.
High-rise buildings were knocked down, and small flower beds were flattened into compressed biscuits. The war demon suddenly turned back for some unknown reason. Despite being a behemoth, it could accurately snatch falling humans from under the collapsing houses. Regardless of whether they were dead or alive, it fastened them one by one to its waist. It looked around, locked onto a direction, and then walked over. Did I make a mistake? I remember he came this way. Why can't I see him?
Boom.
As it spoke, it smashed a 4- or 5-story building next to it, and upon noticing people, it grabbed them again. They're all ordinary people. Where's that professional? Noticing the war demon gradually moving away, Lin Xiao couldn't help but breathe a sigh of relief. Even though he didn't know why the other party turned back, not being discovered was a good thing after all. He currently had no ability to deal with such an abyss boss, let alone with Ningxue still here. Let's wait until he's further away, then we'll leave, Lin Xiao whispered, holding her hand. Jiang Ningxue nodded silently. She had witnessed the terror of the war demon. Their team had been scattered by it. Just then, a ding sound rang in Lin Xiao's ear. Lin Xiao's expression froze, seeing the coin of destiny suddenly appear, then automatically toss itself. Lin Xiao's eyes widened. No, you trigger now, are you messing with me? Please don't be Tails. Lin Xiao roared in his heart. But destiny played another joke on him. The coin landed, the temple pattern facing up. Tails, your mother.
Bang.
A bolt of lightning struck, directly knocking off 1/3 of Lin Xiao's health. The sudden lightning startled Jiang Ningxue, and then she noticed that Lin Xiao's health had dropped by 1/3. Lin Xiao, just now that was... Before Jiang Ningxue could finish speaking, she felt a gust of wind approaching.
Boom.
The building they were hiding in collapsed, and Lin Xiao quickly fled with Jiang Ningxue. Ding.
Bang.
It was tails again and lightning again. The position of the lightning seemed to specifically point the way for the war demon. Hiding there, the war demon didn't pursue, but instead kicked away the remaining single-story building nearby. Sand and stones splattered, rushing like bullets towards Lin Xiao's location. The powerful force was enough to pierce through a 10-centimeter thick wall. Ding.
Bang.
Just as it was about to grab them, lightning suddenly struck to its right. Over there. The war demon was surprised, and a hint of anger gradually rose on its face. Although it didn't know why there was lightning, it felt it was an insult to itself. It was like someone mocking it in front of its face. Come on. Come on. I'm right here, you can't hit me, idiot. Thinking this, the war demon became even more furious. But at this moment, Lin Xiao was already cursing inwardly. God of Destiny, you damn bastard. If the God of Destiny were here, Lin Xiao guaranteed he would go up and punch her twice. He was hiding perfectly fine, and the coin of destiny suddenly went crazy and started jumping around. Hadn't he already used the coin of destiny? How could it be used again so quickly? While searching for Ningxue, he had deliberately used the coin of destiny first to prevent it from suddenly acting up. It had to act up now, of all times, not earlier or later. It was intentional, definitely intentional. Perhaps the God of Destiny was laughing her head off somewhere. I found you. So you're the one secretly peeking at me. A level 30 professional is worth quite a few ordinary humans. There's another one from that team back then. A priest. The war demon grinned, looking very eerie. Very good. It's not too late to catch you two before going to your human gathering place. Crack. Before it could finish speaking, the surrounding temperature plummeted, instantly freezing the war demon. Forbidden curse, void freeze. Without hesitation, Lin Xiao grabbed Jiang Ningxue, mounted the nine-tailed demon fox, and immediately turned to leave. Although the skill description stated it could freeze the opponent for 5 seconds, the war demon was level 50, so freezing it for 1 second was already very good. When Lin Xiao had darted 100 meters away, the freeze was broken. Roar! Evil dragon roar. The war demon, just about to move, was again immobilized. Slime. Prepare, eternal water prison. Lin Xiao quickly said. Eternal water prison was a forbidden curse upgraded from the ordinary water bubble, possessing excellent crowd control ability. As long as it could buy enough time, he would be safe. Feudal, you are escape. Gurgle. Gurgle. The war demon was about to speak but was instead filled with water, and a hint of anger appeared on its face. Puff. The water bubble burst, but then thorny vines bound it in place. His face grew even more gloomy. Looking at the two figures that had become black dots, the war demon's expression was extremely ugly. Angrily, it grabbed the snacks, tucked at its waist, threw them into its mouth, chewed briefly, and swallowed. All right, let's see where you can escape to. It bent down, pushing off with its legs.
Bang!
The war demon charged out, but after only 2 steps, it was again immobilized. Forbidden curse, light sealing sword. The war demon's face was extremely grim, like being violently cut off, just as it was about to unleash itself. Smash! It crushed the light sword with one hand, its face now utterly furious. All right, I'll see how many such binding skills you have. Charged again, and was stopped again. Forbidden curse, dark sealing sword. Ah! Damn human, if I don't kill you, I swear I'm not human. The roar echoed far, even shattering nearby glass. Lin Xiao, who had long since fled far away, could still hear the war demon's roar. Lin Xiao, you actually stopped the war demon? Your slime can use forbidden curses. Jiang Ningxue was shocked. She had just seen an inconspicuous slime cast a forbidden curse. And it seemed to be more than one forbidden curse. Because among all those spells, she only recognized light sealing sword. Casting forbidden curses right off the bat, this was stronger than an average level 40 mage. Lin Xiao nodded. Yes, but it can only cast forbidden curses. No other magic. Jiang Ningxue's mind went blank. What do you mean it can only cast forbidden curses? Isn't that enough? That's very strong, all right? Lin Xiao saw what Ningxue was thinking and explained. It's strong, but it consumes a lot of magic power. Casting several forbidden curses on the enemy just now almost exhausted all of the slime's magic power. And even with its talent to replenish magic, it still wasn't enough. Whoosh! The wind carried blood and fury, making one feel uncomfortable and heavy. They hadn't managed to shake off the war demon's attention. It was chasing them. Lin Xiao, he's catching up. Seeing the massive figure gradually approaching, Jiang Ningxue also became nervous. So many forbidden curses couldn't stop the war demon. How terrifying was that? It's all right. Once we reach the front line, someone will naturally deal with him, Lin Xiao said calmly. The war demon was strong, but only here. Once they reached the front line, there would be plenty of level 50 and 60 professionals, and dealing with the war demon would be a piece of cake. Just then, the lucky spirit's voice rang out. Master, the dice faces are ready. I'm so tired. Lin Xiao raised an eyebrow, a slight smile playing on his lips. Then we'll escape later. Let's test the effect on the war demon. Chapter 135. Hee. That's too funny. How can someone roll tails every day? His luck is truly terrible. Also, why don't you dare fight that big guy? You clearly have a way, but you just keep running away. The god of destiny immediately found it amusing when she saw Lin Xiao gritting his teeth. But seeing him run away like a rat made her a little dissatisfied. Why don't you fight him? Whether you can win or not is a separate matter. Suddenly, the god of destiny sensed something and looked in another direction. Flames appeared with a boom, then coalesced into a figure. Oh, why are you here? How long has it been since you visited me? I was so bored. but I found a new toy. Come quickly and see if it's interesting. The god of destiny shoved the image screen into the god of fire's face, acting like she was sharing a beloved toy with a good friend. The god of fire ignored her and said indifferently, Ibosi has been found. He met that angel and decided to pursue her. The god of destiny blinked, wearing a surprised expression. Wow, that's the most entertaining gossip I've heard recently. Let me guess. Little Light definitely got humiliated, then stuck to the other party like a plaster, and then got beaten up, right? The god of fire was shocked, looking at the god of destiny who was smiling, her beautiful eyebrows curved. He vaguely had a guess in his heart but still asked, How do you know that? Shouldn't you be surprised why he found that angel? He, the god of destiny, blinked. Of course he could find her. Don't you know what I do? Getting confirmation from her, the god of fire was shocked again. After 2 or 3 seconds, he finally said, You actually dared to deduce the location of that angel. Are you immortal? She is terrifying. The god of destiny didn't care, saying with a smile, Isn't it interesting? The trajectory of fate showed that Little Light would never find that angel in his entire life, only chasing her in the void, eventually living a mediocre existence. So, I intervened. I told him the angel's location, and seeing him get humiliated was truly amusing. Do you think his destiny will change because of this? It's really interesting. God of fire, what a malicious character, she muttered in her heart. The god of destiny seemed to recall something and added, I almost forgot. If Little Light returns, be sure to drive him away. The temple does not welcome traitors. Little Light? The god of fire was silent for a long time, then said, He didn't betray us. He just went to pursue his faith. He didn't betray us, and besides, we fought together once. What you are doing is too heartless. The god of destiny made a thinking gesture, and after a moment, seemed to make a difficult decision. Then, after his injuries heal, I'll tell him the angel's location again. Saying this, she held up 3 fingers. How about giving him 3 chances? If he gets beaten to death, then his luck was bad. If not, he can come back. If he wants to. That sounds quite amusing. The god of fire was speechless for a moment. Finally, he sighed, feeling helpless toward the god of destiny before him. What you are doing will anger him. When that happens, oh well, that's a problem for the future. The god of destiny interrupted the god of fire without a care, then picked up the screen again and extended an invitation. Since you rarely visit, why don't you watch the performance of this new toy with me?
No.
After refusing, the god of fire turned into a streak of flame and vanished. What a bore. I'm alone again. But now I have someone accompanying me. The god of destiny looked gleefully at the screen. Lin Xiao, why did you stop? Seeing Lin Xiao stop, Jiang Ningxue looked at him, confused. The war demon is catching up quickly. That's a level 50 abyss boss. They currently have no way to resist it. Lin Xiao smiled slightly. Don't worry. I have a plan now. You have a plan? Jiang Ningxue was puzzled. Lin Xiao nodded and immediately said, Help me continuously recover HP first. At this moment, the lucky spirit threw down the dice. 2 points. The coin was then tossed. The war demon saw Lin Xiao suddenly stop, so he also stopped, afraid that this human in front of him was up to new tricks. Moreover, at this distance, he could easily catch up and kill the opponent. Not running anymore? The war demon sneered. Suddenly, a voice sounded in his ear. You have received 1 self-selected curse. While receiving the curse, the opponent randomly receives 2 curses. A curse? The war demon was startled, looking at Lin Xiao with hostile eyes, meeting his smile. Something is strange. There must be something strange. If I'm supposed to choose a curse, I refuse to choose one. The war demon grinned ferociously. A boring trick. Is this your confidence? Time is up. This is considered abandonment. The right to choose is transferred to the opponent. You have received 1 curse, Grim Reaper's favor. The opponent has received 2 curses, plague sickness, heart-drilling curse. The war demon's expression changed drastically. Grim Reaper's favor? The evil dragon's instant death curse. Grim Reaper's favor. When you take damage, instant death is triggered. How could you? The war demon glared fiercely at Lin Xiao. Just as he was about to question him, he saw the sky full of foxfire and arc light flying toward him. He would have usually scorned such weak attacks, but thinking of the curse he had suddenly received, he ignored defense and fled in panic to dodge the attacks. He dared not gamble. If he lost the gamble, he might truly die. The evil dragon's curse is no joke. Seeing the war demon fleeing in panic, Lin Xiao slowly took out the purification item Remy had given him and dispelled the curse on himself. The lucky spirit's strength is not very high, so naturally, it cannot make the curse permanent, and even mid to low level purification skills, items, cannot guarantee immunity. As for the so-called self-selection, the only curses that could be chosen were those Lin Xiao knew about. The one he remembered most clearly was the Grim Reaper's favor. This was one of the dice faces he had the lucky spirit create. After gaining a deeper understanding of the gambler talent, Lin Xiao learned that the effects of the dice faces must tend toward fairness. It shouldn't be judged that both sides benefit the dealer, regardless of the roll. That makes it simple. Let both sides receive an effect, and the dealer takes a slight loss. Unlike the effect for 2 points, which is a double curse. Of course, this is still in the experimental stage and requires a little refinement. But judging by the war demon's reaction, the effect is quite good. Roar! A roar accompanied by scorching heat waves sounded. On the war demon's back and elbows, spines burst out, as if he had activated his second form. The war demon roared. Good. You are very good. He forcibly dispelled the curses on himself. Lin Xiao smiled slightly. I've always been good. Poof! The war demon launched an attack, smashing a full-power, full-speed punch toward Lin Xiao. He had been too suspicious and talked too much. He should have just turned him into meat paste with one punch like this. Just as the war demon thought he had smashed Lin Xiao into meat paste with one punch, he realized Lin Xiao hadn't moved an inch. He didn't have time to be shocked. The next second, he was sent flying, blood streaming from his nose and mouth.